I used to think that Paul was a good apostle who made mistakes while he was writing his letters. But now I am convinced that Apostle Paul is a wolf in sheep's clothing. In his letters, false Apostle Paul tells some facts in order to deceptively make Christ believers believe that he was a servant of Jesus Christ, and then he writes his false teachings in order to deceive innocent Christians. This is basically serpent talk in Garden of Eden. Paul claims to be a Pharisee who learned under Gamaliel, and he also claims to be thoroughly trained in the law of his ancestors, Acts 22 verse 3. But look at what he writes in Romans 5 verses 13 to 14 and Romans 7 verse 8 to 9. Romans 5 verse 13 to 14. To be sure, sin was in the world before the law was given, but sin is not charged against anyone's account where there is no law. Nevertheless, death reigned from the time of Adam to the time of Moses, even over those who did not sin by breaking a command, as did Adam, who is a pattern of the one to come. Romans 7 verse 8 to 9. But sin, seizing the opportunity afforded by the commandment, produced in me every kind of coveting. For apart from the law, sin was dead. Once I was alive apart from the law, but when the commandment came, sin sprang to life and I died. Let's focus on the problems with Romans 5 verse 13 to 14 mentioned above. Laws of God existed prior to Moses. Here is an example. Genesis 26 verse 5, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. So laws of God existed prior to Moses. But laws of God were elaborated and appeared in written form during the time of Moses and later through the prophets. During the time of Noah, we also know that Noah knew about clean and unclean animals. Genesis 7 verse 1 to 4, the Lord then said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth. 7 days from now I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. Before Moses, people were well aware of what sin is. Genesis 4 verse 7. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door, it desires to have you, but you must rule over it. Genesis 18 verse 20 to 21. Then the Lord said, The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great and their sin so grievous, that I will go down and see if what they have done is as bad as the outcry that has reached me. If not, I will know. Genesis 20 verse 6. Then God said to him in the dream, Yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. That is why I did not let you touch her. Joseph was well aware of what sin is, which can be seen in Genesis 39 verse 9. Genesis 39 verse 9. No one is greater in this house than I am. My master has withheld nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God? Apostle Paul, who claims to be well trained in the law of his ancestors, disregarded the fact that God judged Cain for murder, created the flood during the time of Noah in order to destroy the wicked people, destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah during the time of Abraham, etc. So sin was charged prior to God giving the law to Moses. Let's now focus on Romans 7 verses 8 to 9. Assyrians at Nineveh lived without the law. They couldn't even differentiate between their right hands and their left hands. Jonah 4 verse 11. And should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh, in which there are more than 120,000 people who cannot tell their right hand from their left, and also many animals? So they lived according to their own understanding. But God found their actions wicked. That is why God sent prophet Jonah to warn them. Assyrians at Nineveh realized the truth and they repented. So God forgave them. So there is sin even if there is no law. Spiritually, what makes a human different from a wild animal is the existence of God's laws. God's laws make human beings realize what is right and what is wrong. Otherwise, human beings will be no different from a wild animal since they don't know what is right and wrong. We also know this through the life of Josiah in the Bible. As you know, Law of Moses got disappeared for a while and it was found in 18th year of the rule of Josiah. When Law of Moses was read in front of Josiah, he tore his clothes. As you know, that was when Josiah realized the sins of his ancestors and his people. Without Law of Moses, Josiah didn't realize the sins that were happening. When Josiah realized the truth through Law of Moses, he did everything according to Law of Moses until the day he died. 2 Kings 22 to 2 Kings 23, 2 Chronicles 34 verses 14 to 33. Philippians 3 verse 4 to 6. If someone else thinks they have reasons to put confidence in the flesh, I have more, circumcised on the 8th day, of the people of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of Hebrews, in regard to the law, a Pharisee, as for zeal, persecuting the church, as for righteousness based on the law, faultless. Acts 22 verse 3, I am a Judean, born in Tarsus of Cilicia, but brought up in the city. I studied under Gamaliel and was thoroughly trained in the law of our ancestors. I was just as zealous for God as any of you are today. Paul says how he was faultless as for the righteousness based on the law and how he was zealous for God. These are not true. This is because Saul, later Paul, is also responsible for the murder of Stephen, Acts 7 verses 51 to 60, and the persecution of the people who believed in Jesus Christ and kept the commandments of Old Testament. In the letter to Galatians, Paul mentions how all the law is fulfilled in one command, love thy neighbor as yourself in Galatians 5 verse 14. Jesus Christ taught that all the law and the prophets hang on two commandments, listed below. Matthew 22 verses 37 to 40. Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. In 1 Corinthians 8 verse 8, Paul mentions how food does not bring us near to God. Paul disregards dietary laws in Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14. In Leviticus 11 verse 44, God clearly says, I am the Lord your God, consecrate yourselves and be holy, because I am holy. Through 1 Corinthians 8:1-8, Paul also contradicts with what is taught in Acts 15 verse 29, the decision made under the disciples of Jesus Christ. I borrowed the below information from Trumpet Call on YouTube with few information inserted by myself. It is hard for you to kick against the goads. Acts 26:14b, do you really think Jesus, while speaking to Paul in Hebrew tongue, Aramaic, is quoting an Olympian god Dionysus from the Bacchae written by Euripides? Paul's letters contradict with God's words on several occasions, which prove the fact that Paul, or Saul, was not a man of God. Jesus Christ told his disciples to teach all nations to obey everything he commanded them before he ascended to heaven. Matthew 28:18-20, NIV, then Jesus came to them and said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Jesus Christ's disciples followed Jesus Christ and listened to his teachings during his earthly ministry. Paul wasn't one of them. False apostle Paul was teaching his own deceptive ideas instead of what Jesus Christ taught.